Can everyone hear me? Test, test, test. Test 1, 2, 3. Cool. Hands out of your mics.
Testing.
Hello. Fast. Andrew, I know you're really deep that, but.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Cool, thanks. All right, so I'd like to welcome everyone tonight to the DSU presidential debate. The candidates for the president are Aisha to my left, Andrew to her left, Adam to his left, and then Ahmed to Adam's left. All right, so tonight we're hosting a debate that will help students at Dalhousie decide which candidate for president they will vote for. Each candidate is here to help the well-being of the students at Dal and help create an ideal learning environment for them. There'll be agreement and disagreement about how to achieve this. However, despite these disagreements, attacks on each other or other groups of people which are discriminatory, demeaning, or offensive will not be tolerated. Those engaging in such behaviors, as determined by the moderator or the election committee, will not be tolerated. Candidates must engage the moderator in their responses and cannot engage other candidates or the audience in their responses. Candidates cannot cut off their candidate during their response and must wait for the acknowledgement of the moderator to begin responding to a question. Questions can be submitted by the audience either in advance through an online form or during the actual debate itself. You'll see there's an election committee member, if you can just wave so everyone can see him. He has a Google document, and if you want to go up to him and give him a question, I'll be able to see it because we have the Google documents attached to each other. So I'll be able to see it and I'll be able to ask the candidates the question. So the election committee has also prepared questions in advance of this debate, so those questions will also be asked. Audience members are asked to remain silent during the debate and must only have quiet conversations to themselves. Clapping and cheering after a candidate has answered a question is permitted. Also, candidates who cannot use any props during this debate. Candidates are advised they must adhere to the Student Code of Conduct, Canadian laws, in particular provincial, federal, and municipal laws, and the election policy. The debate rules, which are circulated in advance of this debate that the candidates are made aware of, must also be adhered to. Candidates will have 2 minutes to make an opening statement at the start of the debate. After this, candidates will be asked questions. Each candidate will have 90 seconds to respond to the question, and then the next candidate will be asked the question, and so on and so forth. Candidates are reminded to talk to the moderator and other candidates or the audience while they're replying or agreeing to a question. Select questions will have a 5-minute discussion period after all candidates have answered the question, At this time, each candidate can speak and engage the debate or discussion, for a maximum of 45 seconds of uninterrupted time. There's no obligation for candidates to speak for the whole 5 minutes. If 2 candidates speak at the same time during this discussion, I'll try to have a tie-break rule. Essentially what will happen is that the 2 candidates who start speaking, one of them will start talking, and then immediately afterwards, the next candidate will start talking. At the end of the debate, candidates will have 1 minute to make closing statements. There will be at least 2 breaks during this debate. I'm thinking about 6 and 7, if that's okay with candidates.
You're getting a question?
The breaks, sorry.
6 or 7?
Like the clock. No, 6 and 7 p.m.
Oh,
yeah, sorry. I know that, no, sorry about that, yeah. Yeah, 6 and 7 p.m. in terms of when the breaks will be. And they'll be for about 10 or so minutes. All right, so the order of this debate has been decided at random via drawing a name out of a hat, or numbers out of a hat, and the order reflects this order, or rather the seating reflects this order. Aisha, you'll go first, because I need to stop talking. Whenever you're ready to make your opening statement, Aisha, I'm just going to pull up my timer, and you can begin whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Aisha Balaji, and I'm running to become your next DSU president. Before I begin, I think it's very important that a land acknowledgement be done. And I'd like to acknowledge that this election, the DSU and Dalhousie, takes place on unceded and unsurrendered Mi'kmaq territory. We are all treaty people, and we are party to the 1,750 peace and friendship treaties with the Mi'kmaq people. We are all treaty people, and that's very important to acknowledge. So a little bit about me. I am a 4th-year student studying applied computer science and political science here at Dal, and I am running because I've had the opportunity to be pretty involved with the DSU in the past, and want to translate that into now working for you as your next president. My platform, it has 3 main points. The first is about engaging students, and that looks like engaging students in new ways. People feel like the DSU isn't something that they can join or be a part of, or people also just have no idea what the DSU does and what it's about. So I'm here to change that. Also looking to empower students and societies by providing resources and the support as well as the manpower to help students fulfill their dreams, whether that looks like hosting events or going to conferences, students should have that support from the DSU, and we should be empowering students and not a barrier to them. My final platform point is about enrichment, and that looks like enriching the services the DSU provides to students, whether that be a food bank or campus coffee, as well as working with the university to enrich the services they provide, things like the mental health services on campus. So Dalhousie and the DSU does a great job, but there's so much room for improvement. And I think I'm the best candidate in this position with my knowledge of the DSU, Dalhousie, the way the organizations work, the way these two organizations work and work together, and also sometimes not work together. So yeah, that's a bit about me and why I think you should vote for me as your next DSU president. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayesha. I just want to remind candidates, because I didn't tell them, in terms of time warnings, this will be 10 seconds, this will be 5 seconds, and this will be 0. So again, this is 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 0, and just to stop talking at that time. All right, Andrew, whenever you want to make your opening statement.
Hi, my name is Andrew Hall. This is my 3rd year at Dalhousie in a philosophy major. I originally did 2 years business finance and internship, realized I didn't like it. I did a semester of nursing, worked as an EMT, then did 3.5 years of mining engineering and explosive engineering out west, working, doing anything and everything from organizing societies. I ran 2 internships at co-op. Then I moved here, did philosophy. I currently am an executive in 3 organizations. I hold a fellowship with CJPAC in Ottawa. And I have really good connections so far through the community in the province and Canada across the nation. I've been an executive in 15 or more times in 8 or 9 roles in the past 10 years. It's a long resume. But my platform, why I'm running, is because I believe in 3 main things: accessibility, community engagement. And I want to be able to give every student the things they need for their own personal success, and give every faculty and department the things they need to make their own decisions for their own success. There's no reason why, certain campuses like Carleton and Sexton need to be asking for things when we don't, what I might know, but some of the people might not know the reasons why they need those things, so they can make their own autonomous decisions with the budget they're allowed to do in a timely fashion. Community, I firmly believe in giving back as much as we can to our community around us, including our own students, our city, our province, our country, our world. Everything needs to be giving back so we can get as much as we can out of our educational experience. And then engagement itself is just student engagement. When I transferred here, I was a transfer student. I was also listed as international. So I came here the day before Res opened, which is hilarious because they don't tell you that. And so you show up with your bags in hand with locked doors. There also wasn't an orientation for transfer students. They just kind of tell you good luck. So I want to fix that and allow more group engagement projects for students, conferences, and other competitions to improve our collaboration between diverse and different departments across the campus. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Adam, you can make your opening statement now. Just go for it.
Hello.
Tech guy, could you get Adam's mic on? My mic's off. Hello? Yes, that might be a good solution just for the time being.
I do not need a microphone to be heard.
Hello?
Hello, my name is Adam J. Lucas, and I'm running for DSU president. I am a student here at Dal with majors in history, philosophy, economics, neuroscience, and engineering. What is student politics? Is it a place for the exchange of ideas? Is it a place where we can advance all of our collective interests? Is it where small voices make big impacts? Or is it a place where up-and-coming generations are indoctrinated into an increasingly irrelevant system known as democracy, in which peasants think they have a voice while the true power is held by numerous oligarchs and shadow governments? I say none of these. I say student politics is where our voices really matter. We have many issues: war, disease, poverty, covetousness, and greed, Oscar the therapy dog, and his heinous crimes against humanity. And if we don't act in the next 3 months, North America will be underwater due to climate change, and I am pretty sure that this will disproportionately affect the poor. We have a lot of problems, but I believe that through innovation and positive dialogue, we can get through these trying times. You used to need to know Latin in order to go to university, but now you need a 70% high school average. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know Latin. I'm just a guy. I didn't run because I wanted to. I ran because no one else would. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you, Adam. Ahmed, you can start your opening statement whenever you're ready.
I think that's going to be a little hard to follow up, but I'm going to try. My name is Ahmed Ramadan. I'm a fourth-year electrical engineering student here at Dal. My main platform that I am running for here is diversity and equality for all. As a Palestinian Canadian man, I believe in strong diversity and equality for all demographics. I see that diversity is more than the color of your skin or your cultural background. It's more such as your age, your gender, your sexuality, ethnicity, religion, and the list goes on. To me, no one has a monopoly on sadness or pain or what things feel like when people say it to you. Dalhousie must be a safe place for all and where everyone is welcome. We need a union that is strong to build lasting relationships with all backgrounds. And I just thank you guys for coming out today.
Thank you, Ahmed. All right, the first question will be asked to Andrew. So Andrew, why are you the most qualified person for this position?
I believe I'm the most qualified person for this position because of my past experience and my leadership roles that I've held. I've had a very long and extensive track record successfully leading and engaging student communities and state and government communities in executive roles. I am very dedicated to what I do and my work, and what makes me happy in life is being able to work in politics and give the most I can to everybody. That's why I do this, so I can help as many people as I can. That's why I went into nursing and engineering, is because I want to do better and give back. And I found that this is the way I can give back the most and ensure that everybody can succeed, no matter where they started, as much as they can at this university.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Adam, the same question for you. You should be. We might have to. We'll share. Sharing is caring.
No bad blood here. Come on.
Exactly.
What's the question?
The question is, why are you the most qualified for the position?
Oh, yes. I, Adam Lucas, am the most qualified for this position due to my ability to engage with students. A testament to this would be my advanced listening skills. I'm a very, very good listener, having listened to over 9,000 hours of Joe Rogan and watching all Airbud videos back to back for the past 7 years on Netflix. I also understand government. I participated in a number of government coups, both on the federal and provincial level. I understand exactly that with enough palm greasing and political meandering, anything may be accomplished politically. I also have experience in many non-profit organizations, the most notable of which is Bullies Without Borders. Yes, it is a chance for young international bullies to have a chance to come to the first world and intimidate and steal the lunch money of a well-privileged child in society. I find that bullying is the most primal form of communication, and with it, we may better understand each other. It knows no language, no borders, no boundaries. Bullying. Thank you.
All right, audience members, I would just like, if you could just refrain from reacting during the question, just please react after the fact, please. All right, Ahmed, why are you the most qualified for this position?
As I only know Sexton, I've upheld a leadership role as a former VP internal with the Diploma of Engineering Society and as a former VP diploma in the Dalhousie Undergraduate Engineering Society, while also representing the student voice to the Dean of Student Affairs as one of the engineering representatives on the Student Affairs Committee. I'm confident in my people skills and can ensure I can create lasting relationships with every student. I was constantly in contact with the AU presidents, societies that were coming to Dalhousie after they finished their 2 years in diploma, giving me insights, dealing professionally and learning this at a young age. I've always initiated the leading role and being the standing voice in the group projects and classes to the leadership of my capstone project in an innovative prostheses devices. Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Ahmed. All right, Aisha, the same question for you. Why are you the most qualified for this position?
I think I'm the most qualified for this position because I've been the most involved with the DSU and the Dalhousie community in the most broadest sense. I've also been on the margins of the DSU, so never actually held any position of power, but I've been president of the Dalhousie Arts and Social Science Society, as well as founded my own society by caucus, as well as been on elections committee a few years back and run orientation week as both a leader and a community member. I've also been a student rep on various university committees to bring the voices of students to the administration, as well as done presentations to Senate about diversifying curriculum. So I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly of the DSU as well as Dalhousie, and I've also seen the students who've been falling through the cracks, and there are a lot of students falling through the cracks. And I think I'm the most qualified person because I understand the governance, I understand the way the university works, I understand the way the DSU works, and I'm here to put that knowledge to work and work with students to support them in order to help make sure that no one else falls through those cracks.
All right, thank you, Aisha. All right, Adam, this next question is going to start with you. Why are you running for this position?
Why am I running?
Yes.
Well, this all comes back to a lived experience I had last summer on a backpacking trip to Europe. Due to a faulty connection and a missed flight, I ended up wandering around the wilderness of Egypt. The time was about 40 days and 40 nights. As I was going along, the locals told me of a place called Mount Sinai. As soon as I heard the name, I felt the need to climb its summit. Reaching the top, I saw a flickering light, which I believed to be a distress signal. Upon reaching it, I found that it was a burning bush. I heard a cry from behind the bush, but I did not want to approach. As it burnt down, I found the body of Richard Florzone behind.
This is really inappropriate and should not
Excuse
be going on
me.
this long.
Okay,
Excuse me.
yeah, I know. We have to stop this. I'm sorry. Can we
This has a point.
just,
Talking to dead
I
bodies.
know.
No, it's him. He's alive. May I have my time?
It's a little ridiculous.
Just, it is, like, this has been going on long enough, Adam. Like,
What do you mean?
this behavior. This isn't proper decorum for debate. You have to leave
I'm-
now. You have to leave,
I'm
okay?
giving my story.
Leave.
You're kicking me out?
Yes. I
Okay.
heard that.
Very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chantal.
You still use Hotmail?
That's plenty.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm terribly sorry about how things have transpired thus far. My apologies. Ahmed, I believe you were next at this time, so if you can please tell the audience why you're running for this position.
I'm running to improve the well-being of all students at Dalhousie. I want all the amenities and the services on all campuses at Dalhousie to be the same quality across all campuses. The core programs are not being used to their full capacity. I know that students struggle with that, especially the engineering students. The union is to provide services for all members and be a proper voice for all students across every faculty. I want to build relationships with senates and board of governors so that the voices are heard, listened to, and presented well. Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Ahmed. Aisha, the same question for you. Why are you running for this position?
I'm running for this position because I know that students deserve better. Students deserve better than what we've gotten so far. I had the opportunity to talk to many students throughout this campaign period and look forward to talking to students some more. And issues folks have been talking about include mental health and the fact that our mental health system here ain't the greatest, food security and the lack thereof. International students are very concerned about the tuition rises that they are receiving right now with an 8.1 increase on top of the 3% we have for the next 4 years. This is ridiculous on behalf of the university. Sexton students have been underserviced for so long by the DSU. And these are small things that can be fixed real easily, and we can also work together to ensure what needs to be done more long-term, as well as grad students looking for more supports, whether it's study spaces and office spaces, as well as like funding. So I'm running for students because I know students deserve better, and I know the DSU can do better, and I know the Dalhousie can do better, and I'm here to hold the university.
Oh, sorry, took time, Aisha, sorry, yep. Andrew, the same question for you.
which was why am I doing